Yo, what's up, guys? I think it's one of those times again that we have to use full LD5 on the World Guild Battle. So I'm using all of my LD5s. For the people that do want to have a reference of all of the LD5s I have, this is also on my Twitch chat, so you can find it on the Twitch about page. Always is there when I pull them and those kind of things. So everything with a dash in front of it, I already have in the first team. In the second team, I have to use all of the units that are not with the dash just yet, so all of the units that are not in here just yet, but then I can copy some of the other units and kind of make different teams. So we're just gonna see what kind of LD teams can we do. First team, kind of a bruiser-ish team. We're just gonna see if this can hold the bruiser shenanigans. There's a fair bit of debuffs, mainly from you, so because of that, I think we can tank that. Then over here, we have a pretty fast set. I don't expect you to be fast enough to strip, but in case you are fast enough and you go for an S3 right away, everything is on a will set right there. Then this one over here, Neftis is kind of useless, but it's just the main fact that I want to be fast and Grogan to kill the, well, everything. That's just the main idea behind it. Am I going to be fast enough to actually do that? Well, on a lead, yes. Without a lead, probably not. So that's why I have that. And then Grogan just on the high damage set. This one over here, I have a Swift one on the Lima. And then with a Swift on the Lima, I assume that these two would move right after me. And then I can go for a hit right after him. Hopefully, that's kind of the idea behind it. I think you should be able to kill you, but you should probably not be able to kill that. I think what we're going to do is I'm going to put you damage to light, because I probably have some damage to light that would make sense on this, right? Yeah, kind of. Well, that's actually a really good one. That's also the... wow, that's actually a really, really good one. I could have added in extra additional or attack increasing effect, but too lazy to do that. And you're gonna head on a dark target right there. That one should do the most amount of damage. Okay. And then this one over here is definitely a little bit of a tricky, but we're using the Gojo on a fast set, followed up by this. And if he does tend to cut, Tianlang can maybe do some magic. That is going to be the shiny looks of this. Man, that looks magnificent. That looks really nice. So for the next one, we still have Gianna, Sienna, Eleanor, Beelzebub, Akroma, Hanvul, Nikki, Bella, and Light Siri that we have to use. So let's see what we can do on these thus far. You will get a counter, which is maybe not the best of scenarios. Okay, that's kind of a something. Let's actually do this. Let's go for a little bit of healing in. You will actually hit that. I'm not too fond of that heal block right there. You still have the lock in you. I actually want to place another lock on you. Wait, did not manage to place the lock over there. We did get the turn from you then, straight up. Let's just go for this. Did not manage to strip that. That's fine. Did not... ooh, that's a bad land as well. This is definitely a bruiser fight. I am on destroy on this thing over here on the right, which is a something, but I am also getting a something bit of damage up my ass right now. Okay, that definitely does help out. Let's lock you out. That's a good lock. If we put the S2 on you, I immediately get my lock back, which is also... man, can we stop resisting those locks? Like that's why no one likes you. You get resisted on your stupid-ass locks too often. Like, if you weren't to get resisted on your stupid-ass locks that often, you would be a really good unit. But now you're just kind of ass, and that doesn't really help neither, I guess. Strip it. Yeah, okay, did not really strip it. Did get stunned over there. Sleep. Well, that's some nasty sleeps right there. That is definitely something. Can we lock you out for now? Yep. Finally landing the locks a bit properly. We do have to do this over here, even though I do get the counter. Man, the amount of disperse stance that thing is giving is a lot. Can we lock you out? Yep, that's a lockout plus a stun, so that's definitely not going to be moving anytime soon. Another sleep. I'm getting crazy RNG on the sleeps, though. You can actually put 2 locks right now, which is kind of nice. We give the cooldown. Because of the cooldown, and we can place another lock. And now having another lock, taking another turn from that one over there. Can we actually take this out? Nope, but we take the lock and then we do take it out. Man, those lock turns, the moment I start cycling, I call this thing an Oliver without a speed lead. Like, that's pretty much as close as it gets for his skills, where Oliver is a little bit more cycling, this thing is a little bit less cycling. But if he gets the right cycling in, he's like an Oliver without a speed lead. That does have a death break and has a stun. So it's... and is kind of good against things which are fire. So that's... one buff and he's really good. That's what I would say on this unit. Okay, we do outspeed his whole team. That's kind of good. Left one is actually on Nemesis. Do we push back that thing? We did push it back. Did not go for any skills because he was reset at that moment. We go for this one, and we go for yeets. Good stunts. It's definitely not a bad unit. Only thing that Liliana needs is Liliana being or starting off in this form. If Liliana would start off in this form, she would be crazy good. Okay, that was a whole bunch of nothing actually. But yeah, if she were to start off in this form, she would actually be really good. That's definitely a true statement. So death break into a stunner. Yay. Okay, into a proc, into that. Let's give that to you. So in case you would oblivion me, I would oblivion you, which does not really help, I guess, but it is something. It works out. Liliana, definitely not bad, but she has to start off in the hell form kind of thingy. Okay, so this thing is pretty fast. I do assume that I am in tune with this. I'm just not sure if I deal enough damage. By the sliver of health, I actually did do enough damage on that one, but not on this one. So that one cannot be revived. Oh, he does get his skill with that. That is kind of unfortunate. I think I still rather kill you first. You take out one unit, but after that, I think I can go for a cleanup on you, right? Right? Yeah, that should be fine. That should be fine. Okay, Grogan without Death Break, not the craziest of Grogan. That's definitely a thing, but had to go through shields. It's not that bad. Ooh, you fast. You hella fast. You hella fast. Way too fast. Okay, did not expect that thing to be that fast. That thing was pretty darn fast. Yeah, from here, we're not really winning any kind of shape or way. That's definitely a thing. I expected it to be swift, but that fast swift? Okay. Well, either how, doesn't really work. In this case, I think we should still send this, because this also does do a good bit of damage on the death break, and then we nearly take out a unit. Yeah, I don't have all of the units to fully outspeed things at all given moments. So at that point, especially in World Guild Battle, there's always one or two speedy comps. So let's actually reuse that team, because I do want to use that team actually. And then we're going to add in the other 9 LDs in any kind of shape or way. Plus we have to add in a few LDs here and there, because not everything was added in. So let's find a next hit. Do I spot myself a light pure vanilla cookie on this? That's interesting. Okay, we're going to be using that team against this, just for the sake of it, and I'll be switching you out for damage on light. Then, moving on. Let's put in all of the other LDs that I'm missing, and then switch up with a few extra. Okay, so those are the units that we're still missing. This is gonna be rough. Like, I don't really like using any of those anywhere in any of those teams, to be honest. Kind of, more or less. Let's place you over there. Do we go for the chroma in here still? Yeah, I could go for this. It's kind of an option. No lead whatsoever. It's kind of an option. How the freak are we actually going to use a Hanwoo in this right now? Issues. Okay, so these are going to be the teams, and these are going to be a lot more horrible than we did last time. But let's just see how far we bring it. Okay, so these are the teams using all of the final units. So in this case, kind of similar style where we try to outspeed, which I'm not really sure is going to work against something with that kind of base speed. But if we do outspeed, we can maybe break a thing or two. And then afterwards, we have some demon shenanigans going in at this thing. I'm not too sure if that's a great idea either. Swift Gianna going in on, this thing, triple fight. Look at that triple fight. At 290 triple fight, kind of nice. Then we have a bruiser setup sitting over here, which is definitely not going to be that great. And then I switch out the Lima for Wooyoung, because I think it's a little bit better. I think I might lose a few over here, but let's just see how that works out. Is he faster? He's not faster. That's actually really good. Did not really strip all too much neither. Since I do have a little bit of a speed gap on this, but I'm not sure how much damage this is actually already going to do. That's pretty substantial damage for no speed buff, no attack buff, just being a bit faster, in all honesty. So if you were to go for your S3 right now, okay, that's still kind of fine. Can we get a random stun? Random stuns. Yay, this team is working somehow. I should be using more light Siri. I am definitely a video. I did do a video on my best free-to-play options, or like free-to-play normal net 5 options of presets. I am going to be doing the future video as well, which I'm going to be showcasing my best pay-to-win setup of all of this, and that's going to be involving her for sure. Okay, in this case, I think it's not really worth to switch. Let's just do this, or let's just not do that, I guess. Can we silence that? That's already kind of a big plus. Okay, does get the death break on that. No branding just yet, but that already does kind of hurt. Does actually kill you. If you kill this right now, don't proc. That's a very nice rotation right there for killing things. I would rather kill you right away, but I don't think I have the luxury of being able to do so. I don't think... Can I kill you right away? I think we're just gonna take you out. 73k. I'm not sure if I would have been able to kill that in the middle. I am sitting on a lot of destroyed HP right now. That's definitely a bad factor for me right now. I don't think I want to switch forms because that would give me a lot less HP. Let's just try to take you out as fast as possible. Can we go for this one this time around? We can do it this time around. That's nice. And we can go for some stunts and shenanigans. No, don't do that. That kind of hurts. That kind of hurts. If we just take you out, could have actually used you for a bounce, but either how, kind of fine. In this case, I do think I want to go for a switch. And I do want to go for some recovery. Let's take you out in the other form. And this thing might get a little bit dangerous because if he crits and procs and I'm dead. Okay. Not the best of teams. Not the best of teams. This one over here. If Gianna lands all, Gianna lands nearly all. Lands enough though. This would give me 100 bar. I think I might lap if I do this. Yep. So it gets 100 bar plus a little bit extra. Okay, Perna, calm down. It's fine. It's dead. It's dead. It's no longer there. You don't have to think about it anymore. It's fine, Perna. The fuck was even that? Let's just S2. Could have maybe reset bar a little bit. Would have been maybe slight bit safer. Decent Perna damage. Perna still not a bad unit. Still not a bad unit, but Perna taken out. Okay, next hits. Okay, branding on you. Don't brand into armor break right away. You just had to brand into armor break right away, huh? Since I'm not going to be lapping you, if you were to take a hit on this, I think I'd rather just go for Girl Sprayer right away. Can I proc as well? I can proc as well. Nice. Then it would also mean that this will start hitting the Humble, which is kind of a useless-ish build anyways. And because of that, Humble's lowest HP, you can kill that. By all means, you can kill that. I really don't care. You're also on the shittiest set note to mankind, to be honest. Can we take this out right now? We can take it out with a bounce. Yep, should be doing enough damage. Easy. Yeah, all humble. All humble. All humble. 100% all humble. I kind of want to see how much damage this focus shot would do. Still disappointed in Bella. Not really a great unit. Final hit. This time around, that thing was actually on Swift. Okay, let's boost up. Let's see, does this actually kill? That does actually kill. You are supposed to kill this one. It does actually kill. Now we're in the... Well, we're pretty much fine. And now, anyways, there's pretty much no way you would actually take me out right now. Even if you start stripping a few or killing a few or doing anything a few. But you're not gonna be doing anything that kind of shape or way. Yay! And we have more of this and then more of that. So only team that did fail in the end was the Demon team, and this team did fail once as well. But I will be doing a video of my best offenses with my LDs combined with my normal units and that kind of stuff. Most of these teams, well, let's just simply say any of the teams that I just used is probably not really going to be in there. Because, in all honesty, I would say none of these teams I would normally actually use. I would still combine things with, like, Adriana's. I would still combine things with pretty much other things. I would not use any of those LD teams at full. But if you have any cool ideas for teams that I should use with just 3 LDs that I have, let me know in the comments. Guys, thanks a lot for watching. See you as always in the next one. Thanks for watching. If you would like to see more guides, join the Discord and check out the content tab for the guide video archive, which contains all of the guides that you might need. Hope to see you there.